What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, the anime channel, All Out, episode 4 and 5. As you already know, I did not review last week. My apologies. So let's get right to it. This episode pretty much just concludes the conclusion of the battle against Keijo. I predicted it. They got destroyed. They got wrecked. They got killed. They had no chance of winning. As they shouldn't. They're a semi-finalist team. They're good. The score was 53-3. Very sad, man. It was very hard to watch seeing Kanagawa get destroyed like that, man. It was hard to see, man. Damn. The only one that actually scored was Oharano. Oharano. Now, this character got the most screen time for that episode, other than Gyo and Seki-san. I could already tell all the girls that are watching this series, they instantly fell in love with Oharanu. Yeah, I could already see the fan art. Yeah, why did he have to strut like that, man? Why did he strut down the field after he scored like a model? What purpose did that have, other than giving the girls eye candy? So yeah, alright, Oharanu, you stand out now. You stand out of this whole team. So, he's the only one that scores. Finally, man. Finally, the last 5 minutes of the match. Finally, Seki-san brings in Gion. And, man, I love that scene because there was his rival. I don't know his name. I have to remember these guys' name. I'm sorry, but I do not remember Gion's rival's name. The guy with blonde hair. The one that's always picking a fight with him. You know, they were bickering back and forth while they were on the bench. And the thing we find out about the rival is that he's a very logical player. You know, he knows his surroundings. He knows the tactics when he's on field. So, he thought he was going to be replaced. But no. The Seki-san picks Gion because since the rival doesn't play, he doesn't practice, he never shows up. He's like, no, screw you. If you want to play, you better show up in practice. So he picks Gion. And I love how Gion instantly looks up at his rival and says, hey, what the fuck am I going to do? You know? Because Gion doesn't know how to play. He never plays this. He just knows how to tackle. So he asks his rival for help. And I like that because he's not, you know, he appreciates the fact that he is actually a very good player. I like that in Gion. He's a rascal who likes getting into a lot of fights. But he knows when things are serious, he needs the help. He goes out there and asks. He does not feel sorry. He does not feel embarrassed. So I really like that on Gion's character. He shows up. To his perspective, he feels like he didn't do anything. But at the very end, the last play, he's able to stall the other player from scoring a final point, which was not much, but it was something. It was something that Gion could take and feel proud of, because it was a very good team they battled. So I have nothing but respect for Gion for that moment, and I'm glad Seki-san is the one that pointed it out. So yeah, that was pretty much episode 4, just that. Now episode 5 is where things get a lot more interesting, because I was always thinking, there's something missing in this team. You know, I see a lot of sports anime, and there's something missing, but I can't pinpoint it. And then I'm like, oh shit, they need a fucking coach. They don't have a coach. I was like, oh, yeah, they need a coach. So, the only thing I didn't like about this episode was this. It's nothing major, just something that I like to criticize, because I'm a critical person. Look, man. How they got their coach was pretty stupid, man. All Gyo did was type in Google rugby coach, and instantly they get a coach. That is probably the laziest way to develop a story I've ever seen in my life. He Googled rugby coach, and they got their coach. That's how they get their coach, man. Yeah. It's stupid. It was really stupid, but, you know, yeah, it happened. I can't do nothing about it. So, they get their coach, and instantly, man, I like the coach, because the coach just comes in. I didn't really like his character design, but, you know, I got used to it. But he came in very cold. He came in very strict. And I thought Seki-san was strict, because when he is training his players, it's not training. It's more like a military-style structure he has set out for everybody. And I like that the coach instantly points it out. Hey, are you stupid? Look around you, man. Look at the players around you. You're the only one with any energy left. Do you even care about your teammates? Do you even care what they're going through? He's literally destroying Seki-san's way of training. And this is what I love about Seki-san. Normally, when a other character, in this case it's a coach, but normally when another character criticizes a person's point of view, his way of training, etc., they start fighting back. They go, no, my way is good. Get out of here. We don't need your help. But Seki-san instantly goes, wow, wait, he's right. He's right. He submits to the coach. Not because he's a pussy. Because he understands that they've never had a coach. They're not coaches, man. They're players. And they need this kind of a teacher to help them succeed. Because throughout this whole episode, the main thing is rugby is seen as a sport of strength. As manly men with huge manly muscles, with manly personas, with manly matches. It's all focused on strength. But that's what they lost. Because when they face another team that's even bigger than them, that's even stronger than them, that's even more intimidating than them, they fail. So this coach comes in and just says, hey, if you guys really want to get to the elite level, you guys got to stop this sort of training. You're killing each other. It's not gonna do anyone good if you guys are injured, depleted of energy. So I'll set everything up as long as you guys listen to me. Now, obviously, other characters, the vice captain's one of them, and there's other secondary characters that really wasn't mentioned at all throughout the whole series so far. So it was pretty much their debut in this episode. So I didn't really know their names. But, there was some conflict. They didn't want this guy. They didn't like how he was portraying himself. But Seki-san stuck to his gut. We weren't even thinking about these other aspects. Because strength and power are two aspects of many in a game of rugby. There's so many other factors to include. And this coach was doing so. So the episode pretty much focused on training. On how they could develop themselves and mature. That was all the episode was. It was a typical cliche training episode, but it was done differently. Komori's character, his attitude was different from any other coach I could remember. He's tough. Right now it looks like he doesn't care about the people. He just cares more about rugby, because he's also a coach. He was mentioned before that he was actually a professional rugby player. So he has merit. He has statistics on his side. So he's able to actually say these things and have meaning to it. So Seki-san was the only one that was actually trusting in him. There was even a time when they were all together, right after practice, they were all tired. They were all like talking shit about Komori. And he's like, you know what? We don't need this guy as a coach. But Seki-san's like, nah, let's keep going. Let's keep giving him a chance. Let's see how things play out. He also has this very weird way of training, man. Like, if this is the first step of training, I can only imagine what the other steps will be. Like, what else he'll make these guys do. There was one in which, like, he had ropes. But it makes sense, though. Like, the training he does, it makes sense. I could totally get it. It's to, like, strengthen their posture. Because for rugby, you got to be lower. They were mostly always, like, sticking up, chests up, trying to intimidate, and trying to use strength. But his style is more like, get lower. Make sure you camouflage a little bit more so your hips are lower than your opponent, so it'll be easier to get the tackle. So it was all about posture. So he has these ropes in which they literally got to go under and keep tossing the balls. And there's one instance, man, it was so fucking hilarious. Gion is literally running down the whole fucking field and going, man, this is fucking easy. What are you guys talking about? That was so fucking funny. He crashes to a pole. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Oh, another funny part was the whole eating scene. That shit came out of nowhere, man. Like, the whole background OST just added so much more of a humor aspect to the whole scene. Like, they were literally eating like pigs. It looked like it was like a war going on. You know, everybody was fighting for the food. Everybody was so famine. It was hilarious, man. I really do love the comedy in this series. So, yeah, that's a big plus right there. But in the end of it, that was the last training segment they had. The whole rope thing. And that's where the conflict started with the teammates. The teammates started fighting. But it was pretty much because they were tired. They didn't really like the coach's way of teaching. But in the end, man, I forgot his name, but the vice captain, he says, hey, the only reason you guys are fighting is because you guys don't understand each other's position. Because it was pretty much a backer, I think he was a backer or a winger, who was fighting against a rammer. It was Oharano and this other big, thick guy. And he was just talking crap, saying like, hey, why didn't you catch the ball? This is like the 5th time you've dropped it. Catch the damn ball. But he was talking crap because he doesn't understand what it takes to actually catch a ball. He's not in that position. He's a rammer. So Harano was like, hey, it's harder than it looks. It takes time to get there. It's a long distance. And yeah, the fat guy is like, hey, but I'm blocking. It's way more harder. That's when the vice captain shows up and tells everybody the main theme of this whole episode. To understand one, you gotta understand each other. So they're pretty much switching back and forth now in position so they could understand what it takes. And yeah, that is pretty much the episode. Very good episode. Komodi's pretty much the coach now. He is accepted into the team. I love when the vice captain and Seki-san bow down to him at the end and says, what time shall we come here tomorrow? And Komodi answers at 5. Very lovely. The coach is here. And yeah, that's all we needed. So I can't wait how this develops the whole team. They're going to be playing a whole different style now. I can't wait to see that. Sumiyaki, he's having flashbacks about the trauma thing, but I thought he got over it. That's the whole point of the last match, nah? But he's still going through it, so yeah. That's it, man. What do you guys think of this episode? Leave me your thoughts down below, because I got to go. Sayonara.